Welcome to our PowerPoint presentation for CS2003 Usability Engineering. Assessment 2022 presented by Group 32, Slides 1 to 9 by Farid and Nevethan. I'll let my colleague Nev to read the slides.
Our task, after developing different ideas, the final decision that we decided to go with was to develop a touchless ordering menu using various usability engineering principles, which was discovered and divided the task into different elements of the system. Was to ensure that the ordering menu was touchless. The system had to have a tracking device in the hands of the customers. The system was also able to take commands with the gestures of the customer's hand. The system will also have an administrator, and they will have to do key changes in any of the ordering devices. The device will also be able to take payment and give the record of payment and food that was ordered. The next slide will be presented by Farid.
Selecting and deploying a usability engineering lifecycle. To complete the task first, we had to think some keys that will help us to develop, as well as to make the design for our prototype. The project had to be also matched to the user interface, to the user requirements to make it easy and efficient. We selected the user-centered design approach to do the project. Why did we choose this lifecycle to do our project? By this, we will give a clarity to us to evaluate every possible step of our development. The work was evaluated towards the user requirements, and that kept in our mind whenever we did any work. We did make sure that the final design prototype will be user friendly and it will meet the user requirements. As the new revelation will appear, the system design or anything can be changed, as nothing has to be set on stone. The next slide will be read by Nev.
Principles of usability engineering. This was essential as we had to make sure that it was easy for the customers to use. That meant making it simple. Attributes that accesses how easy a user interfaces are to use. This is important because the project is difficult if the project is difficult to use, it simply cannot be used and customers will avoid using it. What are the main objectives of usability? To ensure that it was quick and easy to learn, gain idea about conceptual models, quick recovery from errors, get the ability to work quickly and with less mistakes. It is easy to remember and satisfy the users. The next slide will be presented by Farid.
Conceptual design. The ordering machine will behave like other touching ordering machine. The ordering machine will have touchless screen, a 3D eye stereo, hand tracking camera, network compatibility. The tracking device will connect to the user hand when he or she will put their hand towards the screen. The tracking device will also connect with the screen so that it will follow the commands and show it to the screen. The relationship between these concepts is upon being utilized as components of the ordering system and the processing tools such as the tracking device. The device will have to be designed as part of their main functionalities and the operations that will be formed. Each feature that will be used should be utilized to be put alongside with other features of the system. The next slide will be read by Nev.
Prototype methods. This is important as it gave us an idea of what our model and plan will look like. The methods that we looked at while prototyping was paper sketch, storyboard, physical model, computer model, and blueprints. These were used to explore, test, record, and communication design ideas. They may need to use more than one prototype method as it will help the problem to be approached by more than one perspective. These solutions can be useful to help find the best prototype for this specific project. If we use this type of prototyping, it will ensure that the project will be successful without any major errors or mistakes. The next slide will be presented by Farid.
Prototype that was executed. Firstly, we had a meeting on how we are going to design the project, so we think from basic what the ordering machine do and how it works. We then planned to draw a different draft on the paper so that we could have some idea on how it will look like. The drafts were not perfect the first time, and we did lots of changes to prototype. That's why we chose paper, so that we could do change again and again easily. A storyboard is there to tell a sequence of events using images, drawings, and collages. These can be used to illustrate the user experience with a service or a product. The next slide will be read out by Nev.
This slide shows the prototypes that we took. Here you can see the different storyboards we've done, as well as the few sketches that we've also provided as evidence to show the different prototypes we did. The next slide will present the record.
User profile. The user profile that we create will be teacher. Motivation. Teacher works at university. Goals. The goals are they do their best to teach every student in the easiest way using tech to help involve students. Students share the works over the institute. Challenges. Unfamiliar with technology will increase the time to teach. Students. Motivation. Try to perform well in the class. Goals is to understand the lesson well, to be engaged with the learning materials. The challenges. Many students face the issues to catch the lesson quickly, also to answer these. Designer motivations. Develop and show the design of them. Goals. They use various design tools to produce the ideas as well as the design that they will do for. Challenges. Unfamiliar with the designing tools cause some trouble while beginning. The next slide will be read by Nev.
This slide shows our group granular notes. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Group 32 presentation.